Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve G, and what we have this time is the Tojiro Atelier Classic Damascus Santoku 170mm knife. So this line of knives has got a lot of really interesting features to it. The craftsmanship's very high on it. Very nice blade. So the construction, kind of as mentioned here, it's got Damascus cladding on it, layered cladding. It's all stainless, so we have a VG10 stainless center or cutting edge steel down the middle, clad on either side by multiple layers of stainless cladding. You can see they've got a what's known as a kudauchi or a blacksmith kind of protective finish on it, kind of a black finish. And then as the grind starts down, you can see it's a very generous grind. So this is a high performance geometry on this knife. You've got the layers of cladding that go down to your core steel here at the end of the blade, the bottom of the blade. Weights and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 192 grams or 6.8 ounces, so it's got some heft to it. It does have a full tang handle. Heat treat on that, they rated about 60 to 61 Rockwell on the core steel. Edge length on this one was about 174 millimeters or 6.9 inches, just under 7 inches. And the overall length, about 11.9 or 302 millimeters. It's a fairly thin blade, but pretty stiff. Got about 2 millimeters of thickness at the back of the blade on the spine, and then about 1.85 halfway down. And it doesn't really lose much width. It does have a little bit of a distal taper where it gets slightly thinner, but then you can see the grind down here where it starts thinning out towards the edge of the tip is pretty generous, so it's a very thin tip. I don't know if you can see that, but that sucker is thin at the very tip. Very, very thin, so this should fly through product. And it's also nice and thin at the edge where it counts, but you've got a little bit of meat to the blade. As far as where does the grind start, it's just very obvious based on what you see. Let's see, height at the back is pretty generous, about 49.2 millimeters on this sample. This has a nice integrated bolster, good spot for your finger right here, so plenty of clearance for your fingers on a pinch grip. Let's get a beauty shot first, then we'll go a little bit deeper into it. You can see it's got a little bit of polish too, where it's ground, down to the edge. Here is a little close-up of the right side of the blade. This does have hand-engraved kanji, very nice touch. You can run your fingers over it and feel that texture a little bit, so very nicely done. Again, this is what's known as a kudauchi or blacksmith finish on the top part of the blade. It does cover the spine, and then you can see it starts getting ground down towards the edge. There's your layers, there's your core steel. Very good fit and finish on this. The grinds are really nice. When you sight down the knife in a reflection and see if there's any waviness, it's pretty darn straight. So there's a lot of quality craftsmanship to this knife. Handle's made out of micarta, which is kind of almost indestructible, so it's a very, very, very durable handle. Full tang construction. Stainless tang, stainless steel rivets, integrated bolster, nicely done. And they've done the KU finish all the way up to the edge of the bolster there, so lots of attention to detail. They've taken a little bit off the corners of the spine. They've taken a little bit off the corners of the choil, although not a lot of polish to the choil. Out of the box edge, 7 out of 10 on my scale is very sharp. Nice little bit of polish to the edge, so just again, high quality craftsmanship on this knife. Balance point's going to be a little bit back because it's not a huge blade and it's a full tang. Micarta is pretty dense. There's your balance point right there. So from a pinch grip standpoint, it's definitely going to have a handle heavy feel. If you racket grip, it might be a little more neutral for you. And let's see what the edge profile looks like. These are not inexpensive knives, but I would put this in the heirloom classification. This is an heirloom piece that if you take care of it, you can pass it down. And if you look at that, it's a good quality profile, no bumps, hiccups in it, nice and smooth. It flows into a little bit of a back belly or back curve back here, but it does float into a nice stop at the back, maybe 30% of the blade. So you could do a little chopping back there. The tip is understandably low in relation to the center line because it's that sheep's foot kind of profile, but let's see, I'm digging in about right there. You could tweak the tip a little bit when you sharpen it to upsweep the last couple of millimeters to get yourself some more lift on it, but for right now, about in there. If I was rocking this, that's about where I would go. Great for tip draws, push-pull cuts, glide cuts, a little chopping towards the back. So I think this is quite versatile for the length of the knife. So if you're looking for something that's easy to maintain, but high performance, some really nice handcrafted character to it, engraved kanji. Again, I consider this maybe an heirloom quality blade. This is the Tojiro Atelier Classic Damascus Santoku 170mm knife from Chef Knives To Go.